generous, knowledgeable, friendly. Some of the words people have used to describe Douglas Fake. On the 13th of July 2024, Douglas Fake, known to the film music world as the Grand Poobah of Intrada Records, passed away at the age of 72. I'm so saddened by this news of a titan, a trailblazer in the world of soundtracks. Doug made soundtracks happen. He didn't wish it or attempt it once. He succeeded at it and became, perhaps, the greatest soundtrack producer of all time. I'm deeply sorrowful for Doug's closest inner circle of collaborators at Intrada, most of which have been there from the very beginning. You know, that alone tells you the caliber of person that Doug was to work with and work for. And I'm deeply sad for his family, his wife, Marianne, his daughters, and his extended family. It was in 1985 that Doug started his own record label, Intrada, and for nearly 40 years, he has made something in the order of 700 plus soundtrack releases happen. Roger Feigelson, a name that you'll recognize as the executive producer on hundreds of these releases, once said that every soundtrack release is a minor miracle. And it is, from licensing snags to problems with audio materials, to completely missing audio elements, to legal roadblocks, to the changing winds of studio policy. Every soundtrack has hurdles that involve negotiations and hopes and delays and sometimes bitter disappointments. Yet through all that, Doug spearheaded hundreds of CD projects that put scores from the golden age of cinema to the present day in the hands and ears of collectors. From the obscurity of stuff like Wild Harvest by Hugo Friedhofer to the indelible Oscar-winning music of Jaws by John Williams, Doug supported and he loved it all. He nurtured new talent, releasing their scores. He built relationships. He worked with pretty much every major studio in Hollywood. He worked hard to get soundtracks in our hands. Really hard. Tirelessly hard. Beyond that, Doug ran a physical record store, and for many years he did that before he transitioned to an online business model. He didn't just sell Intrada product either. He sold product from his competitors at the other specialty labels. He championed and he relished good work by his competitors. He told anyone and everyone. And he wasn't above helping his competitors when he knew all film music hands would benefit. One example I can think of is the quartet Rambo Jerry Goldsmith vinyl collection. Doug helped on that without expectation of payment or praise. I first knew of Douglas Fake in the mid-1990s. As a young university student, I'd saved enough to purchase the then recently issued expanded version of the Night Crossing score. It's my favorite Jerry Goldsmith masterpiece. It's beautiful. The recording is sumptuous, and it sounds amazing on that 30-year-old CD. I'd written Doug an email to thank him thereafter, and to my surprise, he wrote back, sharing the same fondness for what I heard and what I liked. I felt even in my late teens that this Intrada CD and others that would follow was made just for me and for my ears. Little did I know that decades later we would finally meet, and I would contribute to some Intrada releases as well as collaborate directly with Doug in more recent times. Doug was always appreciative. If he had a comment, it was polite and always underscored with the why he was making that comment. You would know from your own work that only the finest leaders and thinkers are willing to thoughtfully ask and answer the question of why. But for now, I ask why. Why is it fair to our community to lose a man that gave us so much? It's not. This is a huge loss, the end of an era. 700 plus CDs, 40 years of making soundtracks, even longer selling them. We owe Doug so much. We stand on his shoulders today. I'm deeply sorry for Doug's family, the Intrada family, the entire film music community around the world. Farewell, Doug. I'll miss your love of film music. I'll miss you being a tireless champion of this art. You are a legend. So raise a glass, put on an Intrada disc, and let's reflect on the contribution, the enormous contribution Doug has made to film music. Thank you.